WWE 2K25 releases this weekend, and I bought the Bloodline edition, so I got a 7-day early access and finally got to see the island that has been such a controversial new addition to the WWE 2K universe. Now, as a NBA 2K player, I know exactly what the island is. I know exactly what we're going to do with it, and it's going to be fun. You can go one way or the other with the island and how 2K does their my player things. It's fun. It's fun. I don't have any other word to describe it. It's literally the only reason I play NBA 2K. And so I finally was able to get into the island and check it out and see what's going on there. Now, there is a lot going on the island, but surprisingly, there is a lot of buildings that you cannot enter. There's a handful that you can. There's a lot of shops, just like in the NBA 2K version, and some of the similar shops that are in the NBA 2K version, but they're done in a different way. I was afraid when this mode was announced, it was just going to be a copy and paste from NBA 2K over to WWE 2K, but I was surprised at the depth and thought that went into the island as a whole. There's a lot of little details all across the island that are really cool to see, as well as different areas specific to different groups, different people. It's very interesting. It's much bigger than the NBA 2K25 map, which I thought was very surprising, but there's a lot less to do in this map than there was for NBA 2K25. Like, there's a huge Hall of Champions building. There's even a huge Hall of Legends building that you can't even get into, so it just kind of takes up a lot of space. They have a lot of space takers, I guess is what you would call it. There's a whole damage control area where the only thing in it is where you can go wrestle somebody, which the match type and everything with that was kind of cool, but it is exclusively the only thing you can do in that area. And I don't know if this is something that in the future they will be adding different things to, but let's just say that, next month they open up the Hall of Legends and it's kind of like a leaderboard, or in the damage control area there opens up a new shop with new items and whatnot. But right now it does feel like it's about half done. I think there's a lot of potential with the island itself, and I will be playing the island on this channel. This is kind of just a brief overview before the game officially releases for everybody that did not get any of the special editions. So it's very interesting. I did have trouble matchmaking. I don't know why. I'm connected straight into the Ethernet port. We're getting as fast internet as I can, but I could not get into a match. And I don't know if that's something just with, early access, it hasn't been fully opened yet, or if this is already, we're seeing problems with the WWE 2K servers. It could be one or the other. Historically, 2K has had horrible WWE servers for their online, and my hope with the island is that it would be better, but so far in my experience, it has not. And that could just be on my end, and I just didn't quite understand it, but it's looking like this could be a huge thing for the game and the longevity of the game as well. I'm sure we will be getting season passes and all sorts of special things throughout the year with the WWE and WWE 2K, because the WWE does do a lot more with 2K than NBA does as far as promotions and trying to get you to buy the game. The NBA doesn't necessarily worry themselves with the NBA 2K game because they make a butt ton of money everywhere else. The WWE is using this as, a source of revenue, a source of eyes, not like the NBA is. So I'm assuming further on down the road at these PLEs, we'll get locker codes or all kinds of things. And so I think it could be a very, very exciting addition to the game. And I'm very glad it's not a copy paste from the NBA 2K version, but it does still feel incomplete. There are a few things missing here, and I don't really know how to describe it. It feels empty. And that could be just because I'm in early access. There was only about 10, 15 people on the server. That could be just it. But it did feel lacking. It felt empty. Felt like something was missing. And as I play it, as I keep going, like, I didn't even take the first mission yet. I just kind of walked around, just looked at everything. It could start to fill up. Things could start to work. This is still early access, and I have to tell myself that, even though 2K has regularly disappointed us in the WWE games. I'm just very hopeful because I think the island could be a very fun addition if it's done well. The NBA 2K versions are done well, even though there's complaints every year. You're going to get complaints regardless of what what you do. It doesn't matter. I think the NBA versions are very fun. It's half the reason I get on there. You know, when my friends aren't playing NBA 2K and I'm just on there by myself, I don't do anything other than hang out in that little city, play the season games, you know, whatever. And so I'll be very, very interested to see how the island turns out as a whole. But yeah, we will be doing some stuff with the island on the channel. We'll be doing it live on here and on Twitch. So if that interests you, make sure to check it out. I will have links in the description to the Twitch channel, and I think this is going to be good. I'm giving it a thumbs up, a preemptive thumbs up that could very well change into a thumbs down very fast if it's handled poorly. And 2K has a track record of handling WWE material poorly. So we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. But if you've already got early access and have played it more than I have, leave a comment and tell us about your experience. You know, other people might have other experiences than I do. And so who knows, in a couple weeks, we could be looking at the greatest addition to a WWE game that we have. And I know it's a money grab. I've played NBA 2K. As I've stated multiple times, I know it's a money grab, but it's still fun. Like, you can't admit you're not having fun while doing it. You don't have to buy anything in the game. If you play it, you'll progress. I mean, it's a little grindy, but you don't have to buy anything if you don't want to. So that's all up to the player. If it's, you know, ends up being predatory, it's all up to how the player decides to play. It's the same thing with, you know, the NBA version and a handful of games out there like Call of Duty. Most of the stuff is just cosmetic. None of this actually helps you be better at the game in any way. And so if you don't want to spend the money, don't. The only thing that the VC really could boost is your character attributes, which you'll get through just playing the game. So what you don't drip out and show off in front of everybody. If you're good at the game, it doesn't really matter. But that's just my 2 cents. I think it'll be a fun addition, and I look forward to playing it as the game fully releases and more people will join, and maybe the servers are bad at the beginning. Hopefully they're better at the end, but I am looking forward to it, and I look forward to seeing you on the island.